Good morning, everyone. It's Luna Bell. Y'all, of course, ask Spirit, where are we going with this? So, and y'all, I'm fresh, clean, no makeup, showered, all that. So this is like a new beginning. It was 13 on my timer. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. That's a Divine Feminine number. And I am a Divine Feminine. I'm hearing the word ascension. Okay, now the card that came out first is the seed. The seed. Now I'm going to read this to you because 3 on my timer. The seed, the beginning, the origin, the pearl. 3. Beginnings come in many forms. They are not always a beautiful seed placed intentionally in nourishing soil. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, and multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. Now, I want to say at this right there, and what had been popping up into my mind, and I know many of us, a lot of us, a majority of us, in this awakening and eclipse season, we are facing shadows and releasing a lot of the past and what no longer serves. So in saying that, no matter where or when the seed was initially planted, thank you, and it says news break, my whole town, 132 on my timer there, no matter where, when, or what place, or what kind of seed was planted, it's growing. Whatever the environment was, it's growing. We planted that seed. Y'all, I'm being reminded years ago, I was in my early 20s, and y'all, I did what it was a repeated pattern that I did with my mate, my divine masculine, when I met him. I went into what I call an open friendship or an open fuck buddy relationship. Just don't lie to me. Don't lie to me about bullshit, especially when I know you're fucking lying. But it's going to give me a case to ask. But point being, I was repeating a cycle from years ago from my early 20s. I had a different best friend at that time, and she was dating a married man. And I was SA'd by him, okay? And it was at that time that I made a choice. I didn't like that way of life anymore. I didn't want to continue in that way of life anymore. I didn't want to be the friend being SA'd, and I didn't want any more open friendships or fuck buddies. I wanted what most women my age wanted and grew up told that we should want, which was a husband. And that is another pattern, okay? But I caught myself years later, after my late husband passed, repeating this same pattern. And now, when I'm ready to open my heart again and give and receive love, am I willing to repeat a cycle? That seed. Whatever happened with my sister, my best friend, and her daughter, Nota Butter, that's their problem. My problem is to heal and to let it go. Let what no longer serves go. The next card we have is the heart. Now I'm going to read part of this to you as well. 31. 401 on my timer. That number 11, 404, mirror numbers. The home, the center, the throne. It is possible from an imaginal point of view to sense the heart as a place. Either we are there within the realm of expansion and compassion, or we had drifted somewhere else, and it was 422 on my timer when I looked up there. There is no in between. It is common for us to leave this archetypal center without realizing it. Confirmation on my phone. As the world, with its seductive twists and turns, offers us frequent departure, we may even become a stranger to a landscape of the heart, leaving it vacant for long stretches of time. The seat of the heart is often reclaimed by nature, music, dance, and the presence of children or animals. that innocent creativity of our sacral center. I'm reminded also when not too long ago, maybe a month and a half ago, I had two visitors, a woman and Jehovah's Witness, and she brought a young man with her, and he had Downs. And he was fascinated with my cat. I was fascinated with him because, I kept getting the message from Spirit of the eyes of a child, to see things like the eyes of a child. I didn't get it until that moment. He was just completely absorbed, spellbound, transfixed by the cat, because she was so loving and so gentle and so accepting of him. She didn't know anything. She didn't judge him. She just opened her heart and loved on him. She jumped on a table that she has never gotten on before. When I realized that, and I saw the wonder and the pure, just the wonder in his eyes, the beauty that she loved him like that. In that moment, I understood about with the eyes of a child. And that's how we need to love ourselves, our inner child. No matter how old and worn out and all the things that old cat is doing, or that she got up on the dinner table, he was looking at that cat in just the wonder because of the purity of her love, the acceptance. The next card is the storm, the tower card in this deck, the chaos, the whirlwind, the disorder. And it's through that we actually learn. We break old habits, we break old cycles, we grow, we evolve. Possessing an energy much like the terror's tower, the storm undoes all that is. Everything that was solid, known, and relied upon is stripped away by the winds of fate. That is Spirit working. Your creator, God, Allah, whatever you choose to call our creator. What no longer serves is being released. And if you don't release it, you're in for a lesson. Now, the next card is the Maiden, the truth of our voyage. This is card number 8, the Virgin, the Princess, the Innocent, through the eyes of a child. The Maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, vicarious purity. She is compelling and addictive. Because of her flawless and youthful glow, she's the first archetype of the trifecta of the Maiden, Mother, and Crone. And rightfully so, because she has, so much to learn. Y'all, we are all on that soul evolution. And as a divine feminine, I recognize the pattern, the old pattern in my life, and that I no longer want that lifestyle. What many people don't realize is that many of us that are survivors of the SAM are the hyper and hyposexual. Some of us will fluctuate in between. It is the chemical release that people crave and why they continue some destructive behaviors. It depends on how you approach it, your attitude. What is your reasoning for it? Anyhow, we all got to look at self and look at our own shadows and grow and see our own wounding and make your own choices about what you will and won't let go of in this eclipse season. Many blessings to you. Blessed be. The hands of fate are blowing.